because obviously taking a lot of risk could backfire, especially judging on the form. Sindarov has been punishing players who've been overpressing, taking those kind of risky decisions against him. That being said, I do want to see Hikaru play a bit more on the front foot. It feels like he's been reacting, trying to keep things a bit too much under control, not playing with enough energy so far. So yeah, I would love to see him at least play something a bit more dynamic than usual.
All right, well, we look forward to seeing what they have cooking. D4, D5, C4 on the board now as the game start in round 5 of the candidates. Remember, keep us posted with what you're thinking and what questions you want to be asking in chat. I will certainly be watching and we'll be posing some of our questions to our experts during the breaks as well. So make sure you stay active and we will be chatting there. But for now, will Hikaru be the Kingslayer today? Tanya, David, over to you.
And Tanya, as John mentioned, it is a Queen's Gambit. It's a Queen's Gambit declined after Black chose not to take on C4. We saw Sindarov on the white side of...
For him also right now, he knows he's playing a player who's got all the reasons to be confident, who's playing incredible chess right now. So how brash does he really want to go? And in my head, I'm expecting a big fight, but maybe draw is a very reasonable outcome today for these two players.
Yes. I think neither will be too unhappy. I think Hikaru will only be happy with the draw though if he's able to apply a little bit of pressure and show that he is here. He is here to fight. Okay, prediction time, Tanya. What's Black going to play here? Because there's so many possible moves. A6 is one. You can still take on C4, or I was going to say C6, Knight F6, Bishop E7. Everything's possible, but he's inviting Hikaru into some craziness here if he wants it.
And then that's the big question, right? That'll tell us exactly what is Hikaru's mindset. And I wonder how, when he goes for it, David, he's going for this main idea. This is going to be a fun battle already. E4 on the board, game on.
Wow, and I always used to get confused. I always still get confused. Is this the Marshall attack or is this the Marshall Gambit? Because Frank Marshall, he put his name to a couple of pawn sacrifices, one in the Spanish, in the Royal Lopez, but this one as well, Tanya. Bishop b4 check now. It's not the only move, but after white blocks with the bishop, queen takes d4, and we could be treated to a lot of opening theory.
It's happening, David. You don't need to defend the bishop because the knight in the center of the board is under attack as well once you capture that pawn on d4. I am expecting Sindarov to do that. It is the main move in this position. Do you think Sindarov is happy about sort of Hikaru with this early fire on the board approach right now?
Yeah, it's I think it depends on who gets the first blow in first, the first opening idea, novelty maybe. Here we go. Black is a pawn up, but white has all the dark squares. I'm going to predict, Tanya, that we don't see a long Yeah, I mean, I've got to say, poor Hikaru, like, just the fact that he didn't get a chance in this game is going to be the most heartbreaking of it all. If it were a proper fight and he goes down, then fair enough. But he'll really be kicking himself. It was all the opening choice. It was all that 67-minute thing. Cautionary tale.
It really does come down to the opening choice today. And to me, that has just worked so beautifully for Sindarov in his whole storyline, you know. Again, coming back to the point of just getting the preparation at the right moment with the right player. Checking the right lines on the right day of the match. And one can't help but notice that the stars just seem to keep aligning for him.
Exactly. All credit to him, though, he did realize it was the type of position, type of opening that Hikaru would be uncomfortable in. Hikaru these days doesn't like to sacrifice. And he took up the challenge. That's what you need to do sometimes. Oh, the bishop's on such a beautiful square now. The path is clear for the Black King to start sprinting. Start running one over. It's going to cost white the bishop. Now might be the time to block. What's g4? Maybe even just take the h4. The white king's so far away. Then run with the Black King. But,
or you could start running right about now as well, but then pawn takes pawn. Actually, can you run? That is the big question, because you don't want to give up material. He takes the h4, and just like that, David, just like that, Javokhir Sindarov takes down Hikaru Nakamura. Hikaru with nothing left to fight here. Pawn takes pawn. Yes, you can grab that pawn. Black's king would have marched all the way up. Javokhir with a mammoth win here. Unbelievable scenes here. 4.5 out of 5. Let that sink.